Okay, so I've chained 43, and I'm going to single crochet in the second stitch from the hook and in each stitch of the chain. So I'm going to go ahead off camera, and I'm going to single crochet in each one of these chain stitches. Here's what the bikini bottom is going to look like. So we've just worked across this row, and then we're going to single crochet across, chain 1 and turn, single crochet across. We're going to repeat that for a total of 6 rows, and then we're going to start decreasing down each side. So we're going to have 6 rows of single crochet in each row. And then we're going to start decreasing, and we're going to decrease by skipping a stitch at this end of the row and skipping the second to last stitch at this end of the row. And so we're going to continue to skip a stitch at the beginning and the end of the row until we've reduced down to 14 stitches across. And after I've reduced down to 14 stitches across, I'm going to single crochet in every stitch across the row for a total of 9 rows. And then I'm going to decrease again by skipping a stitch at the beginning and the end of the row until I have reduced down to 6 stitches. So the method of decreasing is to skip a stitch at the beginning and at the end of the row. And to skip a stitch, this is the stitch we would not normally work into, and so we would normally be working in this stitch, but we're going to skip that stitch. I'm going to work into the next stitch and then work across the row. And we're going to skip the second to last stitch, and this is the second to last stitch. The last stitch sometimes disappears a bit because it's a chain one, but if you just sort of pull a bit, then you can see that there's one more stitch there. So we're going to skip this stitch, and we're going to single crochet into this stitch, chain 1 and turn. And I've reduced down to 6 stitches, so now I'm going to single crochet in each stitch across the row. Now, just in case you feel that this doesn't look wide enough, it will be wide enough when we add our row of single crochets down each side when we're finished. So now we're going to continue to work the 6 stitches. Okay, so I have worked back and forth, single crochet in every stitch for a total of 7 rows. And now I'm going to begin to increase for the front. So this is how it looks at the moment. And this is the back part for the reduce, and this is the section that's just going to sit in the center. And so now we're going to begin to increase for the front part. To increase, we're going to, normally we would skip this stitch. We're going to make a single crochet into that stitch, and then we're going to single crochet across the row. And in the last stitch, we're going to make 2 single crochet. Like that. I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and in the next row I'm going to single crochet in each stitch across the row. Chain 1 and turn, single crochet in each stitch across the row. Chain 1 and turn. This will be another increase row, so single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet across the row, and make 2 single crochet in the last stitch. For the next 2 rows, I'm just going to single crochet across each stitch, and then I'm going to increase again. So every third row will be an increase row. Okay, I have increased every second row for a total of 4 times, which is 8 rows in all. And if it helps, you can place a safety pin at the end of the row when you start to do your increases. So this is how it looks now. And now I'm going to increase on each side to make it wider more quickly. So I'm going to chain 7 stitches here at the end. Then I'm going to single crochet across the row, and I'm going to chain 7 at that end, and then single crochet back across the row. So I'm going to chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. And then I'm going to turn. I'm going to single crochet in each one of the chain stitches. Single crochet into each one of those chains, like that. Then when you get to the main body, single crochet across the row. And again, it would be easy to miss that last stitch, but there is one more stitch there. And I'm going to chain 7. Like that. So there's the section where we chained 7, and then we work back through it. And now we've chained 7 on this side, and I'm going to work back across, and I'm going to single crochet in every stitch right up to the end of the row. Okay, I've single crocheted in each stitch across the row, and now I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and I'm going to make 2 rows of just single crochets. Okay, I've been working my second row across, and because we did our chain 7 extensions on 2 different rows, this section will be wider than this if I add single crochets right to the end of the row. So instead of doing that, now that I've reached the tab, I'm just going to slip stitch into the next stitch. Like that. So now if I bend this tab over, you can see that they're both the same width this way. And this is how the work will look at this stage. There are the tabs from the front, and when we're finished, we're going to add a chain cord in the front and one in the back, and on the side as well, one in the back and one in the front. Now I'm going to make a row of single crochet using 2 strands of yarn all around the outside. So I've attached yarn in the back corner, and I'm going to single crochet across. But because I'm working with 2 strands of yarn, it's going to be thicker. So I'm going to single crochet only in every second stitch around, because it's also good to have the sides pull in a little bit so that they fit snugly. So every second stitch, going to single crochet all the way around the outside. When you reach the end of the row, just go right ahead and, without fastening off, chain a cord of approximately 30 stitches, like that, and fasten off. And add a chain cord on each of the other 3 corners. Trim all the ends of your cords off evenly, like that, and weave all your yarn ends into the finished work. And there's the finished bikini bottoms.